Mangwanani guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Zanele. Oh well, for my non-Shona speakers, Mangwanani is good morning. And I'm shooting this video in the morning. The reason I'm saying Mangwanani to all of you. So we are back again to our language series videos. And today I'm doing a comparison between Shona and Kiswahili. Guys, I've been learning Shona for some time now, yeah? Still not there, but I'm getting there. But I've just been shocked at how similar Shona and Swahili is. Like, every time my teacher is teaching me, I'm like, oh, okay, this is the same thing in Swahili. Oh, okay. So I decided, why not share all the similarities for guys to know and see that we actually have similarities between the two languages. And I've done some of videos with Swahili words and what they mean, and I'd seen a lot of comments saying, oh, this is almost similar to Shona. Oh, this is so similar to Shona. Oh, Swahili is so similar to Shona. So I thought today maybe it's time I share these similarities for guys to appreciate the similar words that we have in Swahili as well as Shona. And I hope you'll share more words with me if you know any other words. But these are the few that I want to share with you today. So I'm a student, I'm learning Shona. I have my notebook where I write all of these words because Shona is not my language and I'm still learning, so I might even forget some. So if you see me looking down, just know that I'm, getting my knowledge from my notebook because these are my notes that I've been writing as I go on with the learning. Oh, and by the way, guys, before we continue, I do teach Kiswahili. So if you're a Shona speaker and would love to learn Swahili at length and see most of the similarities even more, you can just holler at me. That's my email on the screen, zanele05@yahoo.com, and we can book you a session. And even if you're not a Shona speaking subscriber or viewer, or you just want to learn Swahili, whatever race you are, I do offer those services at very affordable prices. So let's get into the similar words between Shona and Swahili. Word number one is hapana. So hapana is the same in Shona and in Swahili. Hapana is no. And then in Shona we have ndio, which is the same thing in Swahili. Ndio is yes. See guys, and there's just so many. So I'll keep referring to my notes so that I don't get them mixed up, okay? And then we have uyu. Okay, in Shona they say uyu for this one. But in Swahili, they say, I'm Swazi. So I'm learning both Swahili and Shona all at the same time. So when I say in this, they say in this, they say. Don't be like, why is she saying that and she's a Swahili speaker? Well, I'm not a Kenyan or Tanzanian. I'm not a native Swahili speaker. So I'm still learning all of them. But I speak fluently Swahili, and I can teach you guys so that you can speak as fluent as I am speaking right now. So uyu in Swahili, in Shona, and then huyu in Swahili. That's very similar because when they speak, you just hear uyu. Even in Swahili, some say huyu, it sounds like uyu, so it's still the same thing. This one. So when you're referring to a person, huyu, this one, it's a person. And then we have the numbers that are very similar. So in Shona, they don't have L, they have R. So for most things where we use L in Swahili, they use R. For example, mbili in Swahili, that is 2, or the number 2. In Shona, it's a bukes. Yes, it's mbiri because they don't have L, they have R. So in Shona, they also don't have lala, like we say in Swahili. In Swahili, it's lala for sleep. In Shona, they say, you guessed it right, rara, because there's no L. And then for the number 3, they say 3 as tatu, just the way we say it in Swahili. So Shona and Swahili have that similarity in terms of number 3, tatu. And then this one is more similar, but there's a small difference. So kumi in Swahili is 10, but in Shona they say gumi. So it's a G. The spelling is different. So kumi and gumi. Similar, right? And it's still 10 for both of them. And then to drink or drink in Swahili, it's kunywa. Kunywa with Kunywa. But in Shona, it's kunwa. Kunwa. Similar. And then we have eggs. In Shona, they say mazai for eggs. But in Swahili, they say mayai. So the only difference there is just the Z and the Y. You replace Z with the Y. For Swahili, mayai. For Shona, it's mazai. Alright. Let's continue. They also have mwezi. That is Shona. Mwezi. If you're a Swahili speaker, before I tell you what mwezi is, can you try and guess, yeah? So that we see if these are really similar things or I'm just making it up. Okay, so mwezi is mwezi. You guessed it right if you guessed mwezi. For month, yeah? Mwezi and mwezi. That was very similar for me. I don't know if it sounds similar for you. And then we have a very similar one, which is nanasi. So nanasi is the same as nanasi for Kiswahili. So nanasi is pineapple. That fruit called pineapple. So it's the same in both languages. And then we have pilipili. Pilipili is miripili. They also say miripili in Shona. So it just means pilipili really. Similar, pilipili, miripili. In Swahili we say pilipili. Okay, another similar one is to sing. To sing in Shona they say imba. Even in Swahili they say imba. And then we have another similar word in between Swahili and Shona, which is ndipe, nipe in Swahili. And then we have mrefu. In Shona and Swahili, mrefu means tall. Mrefu. So, another similar thing that shocked me was mti. So in Shona and Swahili, mti is both tree for both languages. So you would say mti mrefu for both of them. And somebody will just understand, oh, you mean a tall tree. Oh, that is very much similar. So guys, if you are excited and interested in more of this kind of videos as I continue to learn Shona, please let me know so that I can continue creating and showing you guys the similarities that we have between our African languages. I am also learning Chichewa, which is a language from Malawi. So I will share some similarities between Swahili and Chichewa because there's so many of them, and I was like, oh, so if I go to Malawi, I won't be lost. If I go to Zimbabwe, okay, in Zimbabwe I understand Ndebele, like maybe 80% or 90% because it's similar to Zulu, and my language is Swati, so I wouldn't be lost. But I was like shocked to also learn that me learning Swahili and knowing Swahili will also enable me to speak well with the Shona speaking people in Zimbabwe. So I wouldn't be lost even if I was to be in any of the two tribes. It's good to learn African languages. It's good to learn an extra language. Even if it's not an African language, it opens up your mind and your brain to want to learn, to want to explore. And I invite you to come. Subscribe to my sessions. Learn Swahili, learn Siswati, learn isiZulu, learn isiXhosa. If you're interested in all of those languages, I do offer those services. And do send me an email if you want to book an appointment, and I will definitely be at your service. I'll be sharing more of this kind of videos as we go along. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment on this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.